I'm Jamie Goodwin.
And my name is Katie Shar. I'm the creator of Sugarfoot Therapy, an injury prevention conditioning program just for dancers. I created Sugarfoot Therapy with my husband, Dr. Nick Kutry, who is a physical therapist specializing in PT for dancers.
And I've been working with Dr. Kutry for the past year and training with Sugarfoot Therapy. And one of the most impactful things I've learned from all of this is that most of the time dancers really understand how important flexibility is to their bodies, but equally as important and often overlooked would be the muscular strength and the neuromuscular activation that actually stabilizes that flexibility. So with Sugarfoot Therapy, they focus on all of the strength and the activation that you really need for joint stability and for shock absorption.
That's right, and that's why we're so excited to have learned about this great new product from Apolla Performance Wear. They're called Apolla Shocks. We love dancing in socks, and these socks are so revolutionary because they use sports science technology to create arch support, ankle stability, and energy absorption.
Yeah. And they have this awesome, unique, and customizable traction on the bottom of the sock, so you can use them on any dance floor. We use them on wood, we use them on marley, and we even use them on carpet at conventions.
We have collaborated with the creators of these amazing socks to create the ultimate dance warm-up. It's basically a 15-minute warm-up consisting of some of our favorite Sugarfoot Therapy exercises. You can do it anywhere, before any rehearsal, audition, at the beginning of your convention day, and it'll leave you warm and ready to dance. And it's meant to be performed wearing your Apolla Shocks.
Apolla Shocks stabilize you from the outside in,
and Sugarfoot Therapy stabilizes from the inside out. Begin in a plank position with your hands shoulder width apart and your feet hip width apart. Press the floor away with your palms, close your rib cage, and draw your navel to your spine.
Keeping your hips level, use your abdominals to drag your feet forward into a tuck position. From here, extend your left leg all the way back. Straighten both legs and twist your right arm up towards the ceiling. Then, lower back down into the runner's position and use your abdominals to slide and switch feet. Now, repeat to the other side.
Do this a total of 8 times, twisting towards your front leg. When you change feet, make sure you keep your hips level so that you really have to use your abdominals to pull the foot forward. Pull the foot as far forward as you possibly can without lifting the hips. Try to keep your palms flat the whole time, actively pressing the floor away.
Now, we will continue the exercise, but this time twisting away from the front leg. So with the right leg forward, now reach the left arm up to the ceiling and really turn your shoulders and hips to the left. Do a total of 8 repetitions, alternating sides.
Now come to your hands and knees and step your right foot forward. Stay on the ball of your left foot and back and squeeze your left glutes. Make sure your right foot is far enough forward so that your knee is stacked directly over your ankle.
Repeatedly drive your hips forward and alternate twisting your arms to the right and left. It is very important that you do not arch in your lower back. Keep your abdominals pulled in and keep your left glute squeezing the whole time to help keep your tailbone pointing down.
Now continue driving your hips forward, but reach your arms up and back to the right and then up and back to the left. Every time you drive your hips forward, you should feel a stretch through the front of your left hip. The different arm movements make sure that we stretch the hip flexors 3-dimensionally.
Now, repeat the exercise with the left foot forward in order to stretch the right hip flexors. First, do 8 reps twisting the arms from side to side. Remember to keep your rib cage closed and your right glute squeezing in the back. Then, do 8 reps reaching up and back to the left and up and back to the right.
Now return to your plank position. Slide your right foot forward and then out to the left, and then reverse, extending the left leg across to the right. Continue a total of 8 times.
Again, with all of these sliding movements and plank position, your goal is to keep your torso level. Try to avoid lifting your hips up in order to move the feet. You want to keep your hips as level as they were in your starting plank position. This ensures that you must use your abdominals to move the legs.
Now maintain your plank and slide both feet open and forward to plant in a parallel second position. Then slide your feet around and back to the plank.
Make sure you keep your shoulders pressing down away from your ears and your chin lifted off your chest so that your neck stays lengthened. On your final repetition, slide your feet forward into the parallel second position and then roll up slowly one vertebra at a time to stand.
Start with your feet hip-width and parallel. Slide your right foot forward into a 90-degree lunge and then slide through to a backwards lunge. Continue back and forth like this 8 times, reaching the opposite arm up on every lunge. Stay working in parallel and keep your sliding foot in contact with the floor the whole time. Now repeat on the other leg, sliding the left foot forward and backward. As you transfer your weight into the lunging foot, always be aware of your glutes firing to decelerate your momentum and absorb your weight. And as you transition between the lunges, really resist against the floor with the ball of your foot.
Now, working side to side, lunge out on the right foot and then cross behind into a curtsy lunge. Keep your toes pointing straight down stage when you lunge to the side and make sure your hip is stacked directly over your knee and ankle. Note how the arms move from side to side, reaching towards the weight-bearing leg. As you lunge, you should reach your butt back behind your heel, but be careful not to bend forward from your lower back. All of the depth in the lunge should come from bending your knees, not from pitching forward.
For our third and final set, we will work through internal and external rotation. Slide the right foot to the front left corner with your toes pointing towards 10 o'clock, and then slide it to the back right corner with toes pointing towards 4 o'clock. Arms reach towards the lunging foot on the internal lunge, and then sweep open on the external lunge. Repeat on the left leg. With every single lunge, make sure your knee tracks forward over your second toe. And remember to really resist through the floor every time you slide.
Begin with feet hip width and parallel. Take a deep squat, reaching your butt back behind your heels. Then lift up and slide out to a wide parallel squat. Continue alternating narrow to wide like this a total of 8 times, switching the arms from right to left. Even though you're reaching your butt back, keep your chest lifted and your abdominals pulled in. Now, repeat the exercise in turnout. This time, start with the arms to the left on the narrow stance squat. Unlike a traditional plie, continue to reach your butt back on every squat. With this technique, we are continuing to activate the glutes to decelerate and shock absorb.
Now we will revisit sliding lunges, adding the element of turning. Start with forward lunges on the right leg. Turn en dedans to face upstage, and then en dehors to face downstage. Just like before, alternate your left arm reaching up, and then your right arm. After 8 reps, repeat on the left leg. The challenge here is to stop your rotation and control your deceleration so that every lunge stops in proper alignment with the toes pointing straight ahead and the knee tracking straight out from the hip and right over the second toe.
Next, we do lateral lunges in parallel. Starting with the right leg, slide out to the right, landing with the knee and ankle stacked directly under your right hip. Turn en dedans to face upstage and en dehors to face downstage. Sweep your arms from right to left and remember to reach your butt back behind your heel on every lunge. Then repeat to the left leg, sweeping your arms from left to right. Stay in plie every time you turn so that you stay level as you glide from lunge to lunge.
Last, we will lunge in turnout. Slide your right foot to lunge to the back right corner, then pass through center and lunge towards the front left corner. Alternate reaching towards your trailing leg and then sweeping the arms open over the lunging foot. Perform 8 reps on each leg. With this final set, turn en dedans every time. And on every lunge, make sure your knee tracks straight out over your second toe. Never allow your knee to fall towards the inside of your big toe.
Stand with feet hip width and parallel. Perform a squat on your left leg and slide your right foot to the back corner. Then slide your foot back in and press up to releve. Next, slide straight back, Then slide to the back right corner. Go through this sequence 4 times, pressing up into releve in between each squat. Every time you slide your right foot back, reach your butt back behind your standing heel in order to activate your glutes, and then pull up when you press to releve.
Now perform 4 more reps, this time replacing the releve with a hop. As your standing leg starts to fatigue, continue to practice proper alignment, with your supporting foot pointing straight down stage and your knee always tracking straight forward. Repeat on the other side. Perform the sequence 4 times, pressing up into PASSE RELEVE. As you reach your left leg back, really extend the left leg all the way straight. And be specific about reaching to the back right corner, straight back to 6 o'clock, and to the back left corner. Then do 4 reps, pushing up into a hop. Pay attention to how you land each hop. You want your glutes to absorb your weight as you land and slide back into the next squat.
We'll finish by stretching the posterior hip. Step out on your right foot, cross your left ankle over your right knee, and sit down into a figure 4 stretch. Alternate sides 8 times. Inhale when you step out and exhale when you sit into the stretch.
Now step into a wide parallel second. Sweep both arms up and take a flat back to fold over. Let your head hang straight down. Plie and stretch. And again, plie and stretch. And one more time, take a deep plie and then turn your legs out. Remaining in turnout, shift over to your right foot and then to your left. Again to the right and to the left. Then return to second position, straighten your legs and heel toe your feet together.
Take a deep squat, dropping your hips all the way to your heels. Really round out your back and stretch through your spine, and from here, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time to stand.
Sugarfoot Therapy is a revolutionary injury prevention and conditioning program. Used by dancers and dance educators worldwide, it brings the exercises of sports physical therapy to dancers. When practiced regularly, these exercises are scientifically proven to help prevent the occurrence of injuries. The program is presented in specific workouts called SFT routines that focus on different aspects of injury prevention. There is also a complete curriculum of individual exercises, making it easy for dance teachers to incorporate in the classroom. These exercises are the most efficient and effective way to warm up, mobilize, and stabilize the dancer's body. Join the revolution towards stronger, healthier, and more resilient dancing bodies. Our full program is available online at www.sugarfoottherapy.com.